by simply closing your eyes. Become one with your breath, friends. The breath that is happening with us all the time. Since the moment we came out of our mother's womb, we just follow that breath. We just acknowledge that breath, express our gratitude to that breath, and we will journey with that breath. To journey in the inside world, we need our breath. To journey in the outside world, we need a beautiful mind. The more you journey inside, the more peaceful, more beautiful will be the journey outside. So just be with your breath, friends. Forget about everything that is happening around you. Drop all the mind's activity. And just melt into your own self, friends. By relaxing your body, by calming your mind. What a wonderful time it is to connect to our own self, be with ourselves, with our own best friend. It's not somewhere outside. just sitting inside our own selves and waiting for us to connect. Now is the time, friends. By giving some rest to the mind, go to your friend, your breath will help you, take you there. Just trust your breath. Last 1 minute, friends. Now slowly bring back your awareness to your physical body and to your surroundings. Be grateful for the life that you have, friends. It's a wonderful opportunity to be alive, to create wonders, to enjoy, to celebrate. Last 30 seconds, friends. Last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now slowly place your both hands over your eyes for a few seconds. And whenever you're ready, you may remove your hands. Slowly open your eyes, friends. So welcome back, friends. I hope you all had a peaceful and calm meditation. Welcome to day 11 of We Heal Ourselves sessions. And friends, today we are here again with a wonderful topic, which is about insertion of positive suggestions by Master Seth, channeled through Jane Roberts. Your ideas about yourself are vital in the larger context of a healthy lifetime. The condition of your heart is affected, for example, by your own feelings about it. If you consider yourself to be cold hearted or heartless, those feelings will have a significant upon your, that physical organ. If you feel broken hearted, then you will also have that feeling reflected in one way or another in the physical organ itself. However, each individual also has many options open. Everyone who feels broken-hearted does not die of heart failure, for example. The subject of health cannot be considered in an isolated fashion, but must be seen in that greater context that gives health itself a value and a meaning. Again, each person will also try to fulfill their own unique abilities and to fill out the experience of life as fully as possible. If an individual is hampered in that attempt strongly and persistently enough, then the dissatisfaction and frustration will be translated into a lack of physical exuberance and vitality. There is always an unending reservoir of energy at the command of each person, regardless of circumstances. Medical technology alone, however expert, cannot really heal a heart broken. Such a healing can only take place through understanding and through expressions of love. In other words, through emotional transplants rather than physical ones alone. The emotional factors are extremely vital, both in the development and the healing of all diseases. It is far better to express those feelings than to inhibit them. Suggestions are usually statements directed toward a particular actions or hypothesis. There is no magic connected with suggestions, but repeated often enough and believed in it fervently, such suggestions do indeed take on a deeply habitual nature. They are no longer examined, but taken for literal truth. They are then handed over to the more automatic levels of personality, where they trigger the specific actions that are so strongly implied. Many such suggestions are old hat idioms. They belong to the past. These suggestions may be remarkably long standing, therefore, and consist of beliefs received in childhood period. Accepted now in the present, non critically, they may still affect health and well being. Such suggestions can be beneficial and supportive, or negative and detrimental. Now, the detrimental suggestions, friends, what we have heard when we were kids. If you go out in the rain without your rubbers, you will catch cold. If you're too talkative or demonstrative, people will not like you. If you run, you will fall down. If you go out in a rainy weather, you will get pneumonia. If you tell a lie, your tongue will turn to stone. These suggestions and others like them are often given to children by their parents with the best of intentions. When they are young, the offspring will accept some suggestions uncritically, coming as they do from a revered adult, so that the suggestions are almost interpreted as commands. A suggestion like, if you go swimming too soon after lunch, you will drown, is extremely dangerous, but it predicts behavior of a disastrous nature that would follow almost automatically after the first act is performed. Obviously, children who go into water right after eating do not at all drown. The suggestion itself can lead to all kinds of nervous symptoms, however, panics or stomach cramps that can persist well into adulthood. There are other kinds of suggestions that involve identifications. A child may be told, "You're just like your mother. She was always nervous and moody." Or you are fat because your father was fat. These are all statements leading toward a certain hypothesis. Again, the problem is that often the hypotheses remain unquestioned. You end up with structured beliefs unexamined that are then automatically acted upon. Many people believe fervently that with approaching age, they will meet a steady, disastrous deterioration in which the senses and the mind will be dull, and the body, stricken with disease, will lose all of its vigor and agility. Many young people believe such nonsense, and therefore they set themselves up to meet the very conditions they so fear. All practical healing deals with the insertion of positive suggestions and the removal of negative ones. Each smallest atom or cell contains its own impetus toward growth and value fulfillment. In other words, they are literally implanted with positive suggestions, biologically nurtured. So, to that extent, in a certain fashion, negative suggestions are unnatural, leading away from life's primary goals. Worry, fear, and doubt are detrimental to get good health, of course, and these are very often caused by the officially held beliefs of society. Those beliefs paint a dire picture in which any given situation is bound to deteriorate. Any conceivable illness will worsen, and any possible catastrophe be uncounted. Such beliefs discourage feelings of curiosity, joy, or wonder. They inhibit playful activity or spontaneous behavior. They cause a physical situation in which the body is placed in a state of a defense aggression. When people become ill, worried, or fearful, one of the first symptoms of trouble is a lack of pleasure, a gradual discontinuance of playful action, and an over concentration upon personal problems. In other words, illness is often first marked by a lack of zest or exuberance. This retreat from pleasure beings to cut down upon normal activity, new encounters, or explorations that might in themselves help relieve the problem by opening up new options. Such a person becomes dejected looking, unsmiling, and somber, leading others to comment upon such a dejected countenance. Comments such as, "Geez, you look tired," or "What's the matter? Don't you feel well?" And all other such remarks often simply reinforce the individual's earlier sense of dejection until finally the same kind of give and take leads to a situation in which the individual and his fellows begin to intermix in a negative rather than a positive manner. On the other hand, it is an excellent practice to comment upon another individual's obvious zest or energy or good spirits. In such a way, you reward positive behavior and may indeed begin a chain of positive activity instead of continuing a chain of negative reactions. I repeat this last one, friends, because it is very important. On the other hand, it is an excellent practice to comment upon another individual's obvious zest or energy or good spirits. In such a way, you reward positive behavior and may indeed begin a chain of positive activity instead of continuing a chain of negative reactions. So it's a wonderful article, friends, by Master Seth, and the source is from the Way Towards Health. Yeah, so it is very true whatever we have heard in this article, friends. Uh, mainly the last point that we have heard, that why do we ask others, "How are you? Are you feeling okay?" Like all these questions. That's why I see my master Patriji. He doesn't like somebody asking him, "How are you?" Because we are always good. The more you ask, "How are you?" or if that person is going through something, they feel again low. Or if somebody asks you something, "How are you?" then you have to say, "Top of the world. I'm on the top of the world." I started saying it a lot. And many people have, "Hey, how can you say that you're on the top of a world?" I'm happy, whatever is happening around, but still I'm happy. That's where you inspire yourself. That's where you inspire others. So this is one of the important thing, friends, that I wanted to share. And the other thing is mentioned here is about the illness. You know, like when I had underwent a miscarriage in 2009, you know, like, and I was in a very deep depression. In that state, I used to, I was not finding any door open. Like in my mind, everything was closed because I closed myself. I was not welcoming anything. So I started cursing myself. In that space, I started, seeing all my life problems, like from my childhood till that moment. I was just reflecting upon, like, oh, I'm like this, I'm bad. I started feeling very weak. It's not about it's all in the mind. The more you give commands to the mind that you are that, it will manifest the same thing. And some or the other, your physical organ gets affected. So it happened with me. Thanks to meditation again, thanks to my husband and his family that they came and they shared, "You meditate. This is the way out." When I meditated and I just started like inspiring myself, not waiting for others to give me any compliments or anything, but I started working on myself because I understood that there is nobody in the world who can help us. Only we can help ourselves. This is the most important thing, that we have to understand, that we always seek help from outside, but there is always help inside. Just go within, calm your mind, and then you will find all the answers. Yeah. So this is what I wanted to share, friends. And if you have anything to share, you can just please go ahead and you can unmute yourself. Yes, Madhvi.
Good morning, Madhuram. I did not attend the session. I'm sorry, but yeah, maybe I listened to the YouTube again. Yeah, I was very late. I just wanted to say that it's my birthday. I wanted to say hello to everyone.
Hey,
Just
happy
as you
birthday,
said that.
Madhvi.
Thank you so
Happy birthday,
much. As
Madhvi.
thank you,
No,
everyone. I
no,
just want
no.
to
Happy
convey.
birthday, Madhuriji. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. So I
Happy
thought
Wonderful.
that.
birthday,
Happy
Madhuri.
birthday, Madhuri.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday,
Actually,
Madhuri.
Uh, on my birthday, I'll be very, very happy with my parents because they were the people who were really, really happy, I think, when they saw that big lump of me crying and with a brown skin and everything with a dark hair. Yeah, but after all this world have given the experiences, I lost myself saying that, there's nobody who loves me the way they are. Like I was used to compare them, not like my friends, not like my husband, but as soon as I join these sessions here, I feel that there are so many people who really love me the way I am,
Mm,
especially the love, and I should love the way I am inside. So I'm loving myself inside. So there's no complaint that nobody is going to love me the way my parents loved me. And really, it's so much. Thank you so much for the whole group that you inspired me every day, and you give me so much love actually. Though you don't show me, like in a physical way or any other gestures, but from heartedly, I can feel that everybody gives it. Yeah. And thank you so much.
wonderful. Thank you so much, Madhvi.
I don't want to be emotional, but thank you. I have to go because I have to make chapatis. Yeah.
Okay. Once again, happy
You have
birthday,
to,
Madhvi.
Thank
you
you.
have to sing for Madhavi.
Yes,
Yes.
we all have to sing for Madhvi. Yes, a
Yes.
happy birthday
Happy
song. Yes.
birthday
You can all unmute
Day
yourself.
to
To
you.
you.
Happy
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 birthday
birthday
to
Birthday
you.
to
to
you.
Happy
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 birthday,
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 dear
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 Madhvi.
Madhvi.
Madhuri.
happy
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 birthday
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 to
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 you.
you.
you. Hey,
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, in the evening, I'll come with a nice, with a big smile on my face, and then I'll talk leisurely then. Yeah.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
Madhvi. Bye
thank
bye, Ma.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Yeah, that's lovely. Yeah. So wonderful, friends. This is how the heart connection is. Like, and the wonderful point again said by Master Seth is about the transplant. There is nothing that, like, no doctors can help us. The other day we were reading an article. It's called Love Transplant. It's not heart transplant. If somebody is emotionally broken, only a love transplant can be done. That means, like, the pets can help. The pets showers unconditional love. So that's why when someone is around the pets, they feel so much recharged, so much relieved. So, and we have to, if we see somebody who is not feeling well, we should not ask them or question them what is the reason. We have to just stay there with that person and start speaking great things, start inspiring that person. Hey, you are doing great paintings. Show me your artwork. Like all these things. You have to. What's your new recipes? We have to bring that person up again to the spirit, because we know if the other person is not feeling well, we immediately catch it. So instead of asking how are you and all these things, you have to just inspire them. Yeah. So thank you so much, friends. Yes, friends, anybody else wants to share? Yes, Muktaji, you want to share something?
No, sorry. For birthday song, I unmute my
Okay,
mic.
okay,
Yes. Sorry.
okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
no, no problem. Yes, Sharu.
Good morning, everyone. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
When I was just going through Master Seth's article, I was just thinking that I was walking through the article on core beliefs, I was walking through on the article on the book, The Four Agreements, because it is a mix of everything over here, which he has put in few words. If you really start understanding each and every word that is being said by Jane Roberts, which are being suggested in channel by Jane Roberts. So Master Seth is a great master, and every word that he has written is worth understanding, because this is absolutely, he's talking about the core beliefs that we generate from the childhood, and which are going to which actually solidify in our adulthood, and we don't even get to know that these are core beliefs or our supporting core beliefs which are there inside of us. I just when Madhavi was talking about her own self, when she was saying, did you notice how she addressed herself as, she was saying that I was a brown lump, something of that sort. She started her sentence that my I wanted my mother. So she still has that pain in her, whereby she has that feeling that she's not beautiful, and she's still not being accepted by the society. So these are the core beliefs that we usually get, that we usually have, because of the parental conditioning, because of the societal conditioning. And it is very important for us to come out, and I'm really very happy that Madhavi is really working on herself, and she's coming a long way. But still there is a long way to go, and it is a process that we have to go through, when we have to plug these core beliefs one by one, identify them, and just work on these things very closely. Because it is, again, as Ram Garu also once said, that healing is a process, and it is a process. It's a continuous process that might also start from this incarnation. It might go into the other incarnations as well. It is not necessary that we are going to take care of these core beliefs, these sanskaras, or these patterns of conditioning in this incarnation. It might continue to other incarnations also, or the other incarnations as well, 2 or 3 or 4, 10 incarnations more. So yeah, it was a very, very, very powerful article that Master Seth has presented. I would request each and every one of you to read again. If Madhu Garu, if you can just put this article so that everybody reads this. And if you can know more about the core beliefs, if you have not attended the session of core belief, if you want to know more about the core beliefs, just dig about the core beliefs more, read about them, and you will get to know how to identify it and how to actually start working on the core belief. Because that session was not being recorded. So just read about that. It is really going to help you out. So this is what I wanted to suggest, and this is what I wanted to give my inputs on. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sharo. Yes. What you said is very true, Sharo. Your session on core beliefs was really wonderful and eye-opening. So unfortunately, that day we could not record. However, I found that Dr. Newton's session on core beliefs. I'm going to share it in the group. That might really help others as well. So thank you so much, Sharo. Yes, Ram, you want to share?
Yeah, another wonderful session, Madhu. Very interesting information. I think every line that's keep coming in these articles is so powerful, so important to each one of us. And there were certain topics, even very much real in my life. One was, how we get certain things into our life just because we keep hearing it. Yeah. So one such in my life was about, if you eat or drink anything cold in the winter, you can catch cold. So this was something so much ingrained in me while I was a kid. Anytime, because anytime I take anything cold, I used to get, cold, and then lot of issues. And then in the year 2005, when I moved to Italy, and it was in the winter in December, and very, very cold. I have never lived in such a cold environment. And then I went out with my colleagues for dinner. And after the dinner, almost around 11 o'clock in the evening, so very cold outside. They said, let's go have an ice cream. Ice cream in winter? What is this? Generally in India, we have ice creams in summer, not in winter. No, no, no. The ice creams can be eaten all around the year, every time. I mean, there is no any limitation to that. Let's go. So I was wondering what these guys are doing. We went to these ice cream shops, and you cannot imagine hundreds of people. They're enjoying these ice creams. So first time I said, no, no, I'm not going to take it, or else tomorrow I'll not be in office. So after a few times, I realized, I was already meditating, but then even then it took time for me to understand this. And then I said, no, no, this is just how I program myself. And you cannot imagine, as I started looking at these realities and I started to look at my own belief system, how I have, let's say, convinced myself that eating something cold, not at the right times, can lead, to having cold, to get caught cold. I just reprogrammed myself that this was just a wrong program. Finish. It's gone just like that. A day to the day, it just disappeared. So many things like that, this is something that was programmed by the society, by the people around me. And then there was one more thing which I was thinking, I was very shy to speak out. And I always felt that, when there are someone older around you, older people, or who know things more than you, which you think so, you should not talk, keep silent, because that is how I felt I was programmed also. Because in the home you say there are elders, where there are elders you should not talk, keep silent, right? So this was another belief system, another programming that I myself had done into myself. Yeah. So when thanks again to the meditation, it took time to become aware of my self-programming. And then being conscious about this thought process, I was able to change this thought process. Because we always say, right, through our thoughts, through our emotions, through our feelings, we create our own realities. So we can again recreate the realities which we wish to live in case we do not, let's say, if we are not having right experiences in our life. Always we create our own reality, and we can always change those realities when we become conscious that we have ourselves created those that we are living now. So it has every power in the article that you have read. So very beautiful. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Madhu, for bringing such a nice wisdom. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ram. Thank you for the wonderful sharing. Yeah. So, yes, Shirinji. Oh, wait. You're not audible.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was just listening to the last two speakers, and the thing that jumped out at me was it's absolutely true about how our conditioning affects us. And I'm listening to and I was probably brought up in this way, where older people, you would listen to them and you're supposed to keep quiet. And that's not the case with my children or grandchildren, in that, my 12-year-old granddaughter has a conversation with me that's so incredible that there's no way I could say, no, keep quiet, and the way I was told, and don't make a comment whether they have an opinion or not. So times have really changed. My sense is, you're right, the conditioning is always there, and how we've been conditioned. For me, the way I look at it for myself, or have done, is that, this is the kind of lessons I'm supposed to be learning, and that's why these issues are happening specifically for me in my life, to shift consciousness. I'm also very aware that we have to be very careful how we program other people. So listening to the first lady when she was talking and she said about the pain the person could have or whatever. Honestly, that could be true, but it doesn't have to be true. We have to be very careful how we program people because of what we think. The other thing is about us saying, well, okay, but that could be our many, many lifetimes, but it may not be. Be careful, even in our groups here, where we may think we have greater awareness of what you take on, because that information, again, is conditioning you. Now we are telling each other uh, and create and possibly creating limiting. So all of us, I would say, we listen to each other, but with discrimination, because nobody can know about anybody else's path. That's the reason we do meditation. With a meditation, things are automatically shifting. It's only when you reach that place of awareness or mindfulness continuously in the moment that you are then changing and transforming or having greater choice. When you can have the greater choice and enough of the patterns and conditioning are going to fall, because that's what happens with that combination, or certainly I found this to be true with myself, of the meditation as well as the ability to see through those patterns and conditions of Shireen. I would watch it. It's like, this is what Shireen is going through. But that wasn't what I was identifying with. There was no identification with that. As a part of that process, what then happened was that things that were very real became, it's like that going from a particle to a wave. It just fell away. So I think what I'm saying is we have to be careful how we think. I may think there's 1,000 past lives, and oh my God, I've changed this year, but I haven't changed all these others. Now, what am I doing when I do that? Just have awareness of how we speak, because in your language, you're creating your reality. I think that's very important, because there are many people who actually make shifts of consciousness in very powerful ways, not coming from our own culture of reincarnation or past lives, and yet they reach liberation or self-realization. Language is very powerful. But I don't know if just replace being positive, I think, is a very good thing. And as Patrick says, being hope. There's always how the future can be. But my sense is that you just have to listen to your own words and think, well, how am I impacting this person? Because every single person lives from their own world, their own reality, their own destiny. So when we talk to people, we don't know. You really, really don't know. You are talking from your own personal experience. There is so much that in the way we have to speak that opens people rather than conditions them, because we too can do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shirinji. Thank you for the information. And yes, what you have said is also very true, that that we have to question our patterns, like we have to question our like, why is this happening with me, or why is this repeating again and again? So we have to go to that root cause, and we can sort it out in this time as well. Like we can, the moment that shift happens, the click happens, then immediately we understand the truth, that again we don't fall into that trap. Yes, and yes, we have seen many people who don't believe in the past lives, but they're leading a very happy lives. Yes, we have very beautiful lives. So yes. So given at this moment, this moment is the time how we are taking care of ourselves and how we are impacting the world by our thoughts. It's all in the thoughts. The moment you change your thoughts, your complete reality will be changed. So, yes, yes, friends. Wonderful, wonderful sharings. Yes, friends. Anybody else wants to share? Yes, Ankit, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, Ankit, go ahead.
The belief systems will really play a very vital role in our lives. I will share one about this belief system I heard in one video.
Mm-hmm.
In India, while training the elephants, madam, they will tie the elephants when they're
Right.
grown, small elephants, to a small pole with a rope.
Rope. Mm.
Elephant will try so much to pull off itself and go run away, but because it's very small, it doesn't have that much strength, so it is not able to go. It is stuck to the pole itself. Even after becoming big also, when the elephant is very big, same thing they do. People is they're just tying with the rope to the small pole itself. But the belief system of elephant is that it has tried so many times. When it is small, it was unable to untie itself. So now
Right.
it can't even try also. It is with that belief system that it cannot untie and go away. For the elephant, is nothing. Just if you push like that, it can easily come out. But the
Mm.
belief system is so much strongly in the mind of the elephant that it cannot untie the small rope and pull and go away. Like that, they train. It's like that in people also. Small things they will train when we are small, but we don't again give one more try or chance, like that. That belief system is in our mind itself that we have to remove, and we can easily overcome that one. That is the
Very,
power of belief system.
very beautiful story, Sankit. Yes, very beautiful story. Yes, we have to be. You always come up with stories, and that jhalak you come. So thank you so much for that, Sankit.
Thank you,
Yes,
madam.
we have to be like we have to be really like working on our belief systems. Um, we are adults now, we are grown up, so we have to use our mind really properly. So we should not again go back to that childhood memories and thinking that. And the most important thing is, what are we telling our children? How are we bringing up our children? Are we falling into the same pattern and we are repeating the same thing that we have heard from the society and from our parents and from our families? If we are doing so, please change it. I'll tell you one example. I have seen this movie by Dr. Wayne Dyer, the Shift movie. So in that Shift movie, what happens is like this mother, she has two children, and they were playing in the sand, and Wayne Dyer was sitting next to her, and like she was like all stressed because she was overloaded with so many things in her head, because she was not eating well of herself. A lot of things were happening in her head. So these children were when they were playing, they just pour some water on Wayne Dyer. The water spilled on Wayne Dyer. So she gets angry, like, hey, why are you doing that? Like, you're not supposed to do that. Like you're not supposed to. But then Master Wayne Dyer, he says calmly that it's just the water. Take it easy. Like, how are we telling to our children, don't do this, don't do that? No, we have to give them freedom to do whatever they want. Please do not interfere into their lives. Let them be independent. Let them become individuals. Because break the cycle here. If you don't break the cycle here, it will continue forever and ever, again and again. So just break the cycle. This is the most important thing. Because Khalil Gibran says, children come through you, but not for you. They just come through you. Like you don't have to, like put all your ideas. Oh, I did not learn dancing, so I will teach dancing to my kids. Oh, in my childhood, I was wishing to become an artist. Like I could not fulfill it, so let my kids fulfill it. Who said you that? Like it's your ideas. Don't rub your ideas on your children. So yes, friends, and I want to tell you that we also have that inner child inside us. So treat that inner child. Now as a, reparent yourself. Whatever your parents and whatever your society had done, forget about it. Now go to that inner child and lift that inner child, take that hand of the inner child and say, yes, right from now, let us work together. I will be by your side. When you say that, bit by bit, you don't depend on others. You just work on yourself. So, yes, friends, these are very, very important things to do. May it look so simple and silly, but these are very, very, it uplifts us. So, yes, this is what I wanted to share.
Very
Yeah,
correct.
thank you so much, Sankirt.
Thanks, ma'am. But we program ourselves. No, that's it.
Yes, thank you, ma. Yeah.
Even these classes are going on, madam, next month by Saroja, madam. If anyone is interested, they can also join. This inner child healing is going on
Mhm.
workshop. It will
Okay.
be very helpful for people
Yeah.
if interested. They can join next month. It's
Mhm.
their course.
Great. We will put it in the group, Sankirt.
So, thank you,
Thank you
madam.
so
Yeah, can you
much, ma.
share the link in the group?
Yeah,
Yes,
I will
yes.
share it. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Arpita.
Yes, thank you so much, Ka, for this wonderful session, and thank you to all other masters for sharing their great thoughts. And what I wanted to share is the one thing that I learned today from the article is to focus on the positivity rather than concentrate on the negative things. So one thing that happened yesterday was I went to a friend's house and I asked. Suddenly, by the way I looked at her, she appeared a little bit tired, and I asked her, "Why do you look so tired today?" This is
Mm,
concentrate something which is negative on her.
mm, mm,
But
mm.
in what way this would have helped her yesterday? I don't think so.
Yeah.
It would have even more made her thinking of, oh, okay, I'm so tired, what is happening to
Right.
me. So instead of asking or remarking the things which are negative, at least I would have kept silent. Or if I can remark the positive things, and if I can tell that, it might help her instead
Mm.
of remarking the negative. So that's what I got from today's session. Thank you so much, Ka.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma. Yes, when somebody comes to your home to visit you, don't ask, how are you and all these things. Just offer them some water. Just offer them some water, let them relax, and then just you speak whatever is happening in your life, and like speak about the nature, you speak about a lot of great things until and unless they share something, because you're already creating that positive environment. When we were in Egypt, there was this doctor who was a psychiatrist. He knew that we were conducting meditation sessions every day, and he was really curious of what is happening, like what is happening. So he did not say about himself. So he didn't say that he's a doctor. He just came into home and he started meditating for 40 days. And after 40 days, he had experienced the happiness, what people have been telling or sharing to him. So what he did is he went to, in the clinic, the patients who couldn't work on themselves, or the medicines won't be helping, or his counseling won't be helping. So what he did is, in the prescription, he wrote, go to Madhu and Ram's home for 40 days. The dosage is 40 days. Meditate there. So the people used to come with the prescriptions, like very, people from the far off places, from the villages, they used to come because they have the problems of the, what do you say, that relationship problems or all these things. They used to come. The only thing that we do is we do not question them at all. Why are you here? We don't ask them, no personal discussions. Come what may. We should not at all discuss about their personal things. What is happening in their life, it's again interfering. So let them, what we only have to do is we have to create that space. When we created that space of positive feeling around, wherein we only speak positivity, where only we act positively, so the people who enter into that zone, automatically within few days they get relieved, because we don't discuss. The more you speak, the more you think. So the more you think, the more you speak about it. There, both things are cut. they're not there. We don't speak much, we don't think much there, because we are all meditating. So automatically people used to come out of their depression states or anything, because they are helping themselves. So what you do is, Arpita, whenever you meet a person, just give a smile, or or if somebody is coming to your home, you're a great cook, just feed them with your food and you say what's happening with your cooking and all these things. Yeah, this word, how are you? How do you do? All these words are, that's old fashioned. We're not supposed to ask all those things. Just
Yes,
give a
yes.
smile. Yeah.
Well said, Ka. Thank you so much, Ka.
Because
For
I remember Patri sir, sir always shouts at somebody, if somebody asks, how are you doing? How are you, Patriji? Can't you see me? Can't you see me? I'm here. Do you see me? I'm in a hospital. No, right? I'm here, right in front of you, talking to you very nicely. Then why do you put this question? So, yes. So, yes, Arpita. Thank you so much, Ma, for sharing this. Yeah, our life experiences like this, when we hear this, and if there is a transformation happen, if we have learned and if you have shared it, it really inspires us all. So, thank you so much, Ma.
Hello.
Wonderful. Yes, Sankeet. Yes, Sankeet.
Yes, ma'am. Recently, I also had same experience, madam. When I went to Kartal, India, I asked
Mm.
one master, "How are you?" He told immediately, "What we pyramid masters, you are not supposed to ask how are you only.
Uh,
But even general, what even though you ask how are you, they will tell I'm fine. I will tell I'm also fine.
mm,
Until you are very close, no one will come and tell our problems, no. And we have
mm,
to cure our own problem. We have to solve our own problems. What if I tell problems, will you solve me problems? No, no.
mm.
So you're not supposed to ask also how are you. All is well. That's it. Just or wish
Yes,
namaste and speak. That's it. I
yes,
had this recently, madam.
yes. That's true, Sankeet. So, yeah. Yes, Imraji.
Yes, thank you. It's only a question. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what is the difference between really emotion and feeling? Uh, one is an experience, the other is one comes from the heart, the other comes from the mind. I don't know. What is really the difference between the two?
Okay,
I get confused on that.
okay, wonderful. I asked Master Sharu, if you could throw some light on this.
Emotions and feelings, they are actually the sides of the same coin.
All
So
right.
they erupt, they come out from our own cells. There's not much of a difference, but it is like, when we talk about emotions, through the emotions the feelings come. It is through the emotions that feelings come, in the sense that what I can see is that the emotion is the mother, the feeling is the child. So it is from the emotion the feelings come out. So but they are the sides of the two coin. That's all. This is what my understanding is. Rest Ramgaru might throw some light on this if he has something to say on this.
Yes, yes. So, you said it's just on a lighter note. It's like you have been the emotion and I'm the feeling. So you start and then I continue. So it's a cycle. It's a beautiful cycle. It's the same thing. I really understood about this point when I read the book of Joe Dispenza. So he puts it very clearly. And there is a link and everything is connected. Thought, emotion, feeling. A feeling again goes to the emotion and also triggers a thought. So it is a cycle, and they are the same side of the coin, like Shireen was just explaining. And please read this book, You're the Placebo, or hear some audios of Dr. Joe Dispenza, where he speaks about these thoughts, emotions, and feelings, even at the level of how they are generated within our body. Yeah, how it starts from the thought and then how it leads into the end output. So yes, I completely resonate with what Sharuji just said. So one triggers the other, one is the similar or the close outcome of the other. So very well put, like the mother and the child example. Thank you, Sharuji. Thank you, Indraji. Beautiful question. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a very good explanation, really, for both from Sarji and Ramji. It's a very good explanation. I now get more clarity on that, because we cannot completely distinguish one from the other. There is a connectivity between everything. One becomes the other becomes the one. It's a cycle, as you said. I can understand. It's just for emotions and feelings. Many things in life is like that. Many things in life is like that. One appears to be something different from the other, but at the same time, they are all connected. One flows into the other. I get more clarity now. I will read that book. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Indraji.
One thing
Sharu?
I want to add on this, that when we were talking about the core beliefs, as I said, that it might go to other incarnations also. Why I said that was, I was never saying that, you cannot work on the core beliefs in this incarnation. But as far as my experience is concerned with so many people, it feels that the word core belief is very simple. But identifying them and taking them out takes ages for the people, because these core beliefs are not only from the current incarnation that we are into, but they come from the past also. So they are there inside of us, and to take them out of the root is not an easy task, trust me, but it is not impossible as well. So it might happen that it is different for different people. Some people can do it in months, just few months. Some people can rewire and reprogram themselves in just few months or weeks or days. Some people are not able to do that for years together. So it is, the possibility is there that probably these core beliefs might go with you into the next incarnation, because trust me, when we come, whatever the current incarnation is, our soul comes with lot of imprints from the past, and the core beliefs are also one of the imprints that we carry from the past. So whenever we have to start working, for example, if you are beginning to start working today in this incarnation, so slowly and gradually it will happen that the core beliefs are going to go. And trust me, it is not an easy task as it seems to take out the core beliefs. So it all depends upon us. How much are we implementing in our lives? It's just not the listening, because usually what happens is people listen, people resonate with it, but they stop implementing because they get tired, because they feel depressed, because they feel sad that why this
Sharu?
am I audible?
Yes, now you are.
Okay, I think the connection, I lost the connection. So
Yeah.
this is what I wanted to say, that if we are starting it from the very beginning, from today itself, then it might take us weeks, it might take us months, or maybe this incarnation, or maybe the next incarnation. You have to be open for that, because one of the masters, when I was listening to him, he was just saying that you don't have to feel that, oh my God, I have my past baggage, I have these core beliefs coming from the past and this present, and I have to deal with it in this incarnation itself. So you don't have to put that burden in your mind. Just be very, gentle with yourself. It's okay if I'm not able to take care of this in this incarnation. It's okay. I will take it. In the next incarnation, I'll work it out on that. So out of the 10, even if you are working on two core beliefs today, it is absolutely enough. Just take it very slow and take the baby steps. That's what I wanted to share with all of you. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much, Sharu. Thank you. Yes, Bhamnaji.
Namaste, Mataji.
Namaste.
Hope you're okay. Very nice. The whole commentary was really good. The only thing I wanted to ask that yesterday, or when I was meditating, cry. Yes, you told me to just concentrate on the breathing and just uh, no thought should be coming. But I don't know, the same thing started happening. I was literally crying. I don't know what would be the reason for that. The emotions probably coming in or what, no thoughts for that. I don't know what would be the reason, but I was literally crying with the topic was carried out yesterday. I don't know what would be the reason for that. But
Yeah.
just now when the comments are coming as emotions and positive thoughts and all that, so probably maybe the reason. I don't know what it could be.
So yes, Bhavnaji, what happens is when we go deep into meditation, there are some hidden emotions, like that had been kept inside. We thought that we forgot all those emotions. We forgot that we have forgotten that incident that took place in our life. But no, there it is still lying somewhere. The traces are still lying inside us. So what happens is in meditation, it comes out. It cleanses us. It's like a cleaning process happens. So at that time you cry a lot. I did cried a lot initially. So all the emotional blockages or the baggages that I've been carrying, knowingly or unknowingly, it all had came out and it washed away. So once it washed away, I felt kind of a release. I felt a kind of relieved. So yes, that could have been one of the reasons why you have experienced this crying in meditation. And whatever happens in meditation, there it's nothing wrong. So it's only even if you cry or even if you have pains or even so many things happen in meditation, but do not discontinue it. Continue meditating, and it is taking some time. And this wonderful poet Rumi says, where there is healing, there there where there is a wound, there is the healing happening. So like all the wounds that we have kept inside us, is where the healing is taking place right now. So let it take its own time. So let it work slowly, and we have so much time. We have eternal time, so we will get relieved. Yes, Bhavnaji? Yeah. I hope I have cleared you, Bhavnaji.
It's fine. I mean, I always just think that people surrounding me, I feel a bit, how shall I put it, a bit just, shy of what, don't anybody feel. Yeah, I know you said that you don't worry about what people think, but yeah, the emotions are coming out, so it's fine for me. Yes, it's okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, every time this thought, I mean, you must have noticed, this comes out, and I feel, I don't know why this is coming up, but you've given me the answer.
Yeah,
That's fine.
it's fine. It's very fine.
Yeah.
If you're crying, cry. Like if something is happening from inside, just cry. No problem. Do not stop anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Bhavnaji.
Thank you.
Yeah. Great. Yes, Amita.
Good morning, Madhu. Wonderful
Very good
discussion.
morning.
Yeah. So, first of all, I want to show you something. This is what happens every day. This is Coco. And she meditates with me every
Oh,
day.
wow. Oh, so nice. Look at
She's
him.
11 years old.
She's so
So,
wise.
yeah, even if I don't, like, she gets up in the morning and she comes to this place where I meditate, and she says, okay, now you sit, let's meditate. Can you
Oh,
believe it?
wow. That's so nice. What a
Yeah.
wonderful company you have.
Yeah, so she sleeps in my gozi, and I don't know what I mean, she must be getting the vibrations or whatever it is.
Mm.
So she's always been spiritual right from the time she was born.
Wow, wow. Wonderful,
So,
wonderful. Glad to see. Thank you for showing. Thank you for showing,
yeah,
Amita.
thank you.
Yes.
But what I wanted to ask was, Sharu was talking about core beliefs. How do you work on them? I just wanted to find out how to work on your core
Okay.
beliefs.
Yes, I think Sharu. Sharu here. 1 second. Yes, Sharu.
I'm sorry. I think there is some network issue. I could not understand the question.
Okay.
Sharu, I was asking, how do you work on your core
I
beliefs?
How do you work on your core beliefs? That's the question, Sharu.
okay. Okay, how do we work on our core beliefs? See, first of all, you need to understand and identify your core beliefs. The first step that is to be there in order to identify your core beliefs is you sit with yourself, meditate for a while, and then start seeing that what is it, what belief system is there that is actually shackling you. For example, some people think that I am unloved. So I'm just giving you one simple example. I'm not saying this applies to you, but I'm just giving you one simple example. For example, if I say that I am being unloved, why do you think you're being unloved? So you after it's going to be a self-talk session. It's going to be a self-talking session whereby you're going to ask yourself that why do I feel unloved? Then you will think about an incident. Oh, that thing happened, Amita. That thing happened with me. Why did this happen with you? So with every question, there has to be another question putting up from your side, why? And you have to answer it yourself. So once you are going to get the answer, you will get to know that why this thing happened. You will get to the root cause of your core belief. You will be able to identify your core belief. And then once you have identified your core belief, now you know where you stand. And after that, slowly and gradually, you have to be very conscious with your words, with your thoughts, with your deeds, with your actions, with your everything. And then only will you be able to work on the core belief. But the first and the foremost step, which is the most difficult one, is how to identify them. So you first identify them, and then you start working. And only take the most severe one first. Not all. Don't start working on all. Just take the one core belief that you feel which is hindering your growth. And once you started doing it, then slowly and gradually the other supporting beliefs will also come, and then you start working on it side by side. Yeah.
Thank you, Shin. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And lovely animal companion you have. Lots of love to him.
Yeah, it's a girl. So and her
Lots of
daughter's
love
also
to her.
yeah, and her daughter's also there, but she's more of very true to her innate nature. She's a hunter, so she doesn't stay in one place. It's
Wow.
okay.
Thank you so much, Amita. And
Thank you.
friends, yes, as I told you before, that we could not record Charu's session, but when I was searching for core beliefs session, because one of our friends had asked in the group, so I was searching, and a few days back only I found Dr. Newton speaking about core beliefs. I found it very interesting, so I'm going to share it today. So uh, you will uh, you will get some information on core beliefs and how to work on it. Yes, friends. So, okay, friends, for today evening, we will be having Sharu's session on the 4 agreements. Today's is the third agreement, which is on don't make assumptions. So it's again an interactive session with some meditation and yeah, some beautiful sharings. And at the end, we will be listening to one of the one of the beautiful songs. That's a surprise. Yeah. And friends, for tomorrow morning, we will be having um, mind and body are linked for tomorrow morning sessions by a session by Dr. David R. Hamilton. So this is again a wonderful topic, friends. Please do join us and utilize this opportunity. And whatever you have heard in these sessions, friends, as Sharu is telling, we have to implement it. We listen from everybody, we fail to implement. So uh, let us not postpone it to the future times or like next lives or all these things, but let us begin from the now. Like we say, yes, this time I take charge of my life and I will work on my life. So yes, I will correct all whatever had happened in my past. So yes, friends. So thank you so much for joining, and we will all see each other again in the evening. So till then, have a lovely day and a lovely evening or a lovely night. Namaste to all. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Motherji. Thank you,
Bye
everybody.
bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.